Morning, Tim. How are we doing today?
Doing good.
Great job. So let's go ahead and get started on DFC today. How are we looking like? What's our game plan for the day?
Well, I've got two main areas of focus. I notice it's halfway through the month and I don't have any entertainment. I mean, I have some nows, but I don't have any premium, and that's a big loss at this point. I've been doing a lot better 6 last month, and right now I have nothing. So I really need to work on that, and also my postpaid. I have a ton of upgrades, and I feel like I've been getting these people in and getting them upgrade here, upgrade there, but I haven't maximized it and gotten the postpaid out of it.
No, you're 100% right. I mean, the first thing that I see here is you do have the 19 upgrades, which was trending similar to what you did last month. However, last month you did have 10 new lines with the 6D TV. So what were you doing different this month than we were last month?
This month, I think I focused more on the promos with the phones, and was excited about the trade-ins. Obviously, I have a bunch of accessories too with that, and I just wasn't really pitching the DirecTV like I usually do. I was letting the customer drive the interaction instead of myself.
So when you were pitching DirecTV last month, what exactly was your pitch looking like?
It was start of football season. I was real amped up about that, so I was leading with that. Do you have your NFL Sunday ticket ready to go for the season? I could still be asking that. But
so is it safe to say we don't have that same excitement as we do when we first did last month?
I think so.
So now that football season's cranked out this month, what are we going to start doing for our customers?
Just making sure that they do have it, making sure that I call up my nows and say, hey, you don't have an NFL Sunday ticket with now. Would you like to to switch to the premium?
That's a great idea, Tim. Let's go ahead and put that down to your DFC. That's gonna be your first play for the day.
Perfect.
Second thing I want us to focus on is gonna be your postpaid voice. With your postpaid voice, that's gonna be your moneymaker. You're currently only sitting at 2. We need to at least get you to that 10 number. What is it gonna take for you to get you to that 10?
Honestly, I think when the next upgrade that comes in, I need to see if I can get their phone and turn it into an add-a-line, or find out. Do you like you want to get the Apple Watch with that iPhone? Do you want to get a tablet? We have a $99 iPad promo, and I just haven't been pitching.
Those plus ones are crucial, and they're always going to make you extra money, but we really want to focus on our postpaid voice.
Right.
So I love how you said those BYODs. What exactly are you going to be using with the BYODs, and how are you going to pitch it and transition your sale?
I'm going to do one of two things. If it's somebody with an iPhone, I'm going to ask them, do you have anybody else you'd like to add a line with, or would you like to turn that into your home phone? Something that you can have sitting there all the time. You can even take it with you. If it's a Samsung, though, we have that great promo with the accessories, and so I'm going to see if I can take that trade-in and turn it into a flip phone that they could have for an extra line, and then they'll have $140 in accessories left over.
That sounds like an amazing play. Let's go ahead and make that your second play for the day. All right, Tim, it sounds like a great game plan. Let's go ahead and make sure we're focusing on those BYODs. Let's go ahead and make that our second commitment for your DFC. We're going to make sure that we're talking about the BYOD and repositioning those customers, and make sure we're bringing out those plus ones. Also want to make sure we keep our focus on your accessories because you've been killing it, and I want to also make sure that we get your commission up to where you want to be. You're currently only sitting at $270, and I know you want to make 1,000. So in order to get you that 1,000 mark, we need to focus on our postpaid voice and DirecTV. But the first thing I need you to focus on today is going to be DirecTV.
Yeah. Reason
being, you're already losing 20%, and that's going to cost you in the end. So that's going to be our biggest focus right now. Let's go out there and get things going. Make sure you keep your accessory revenue up there because you're killing it. You got over $1,000 in accessories this month. I love it. Let's go out there and hit the floor running. Anything that you need from me?
If you see me not asking, or not doing what I promised you, let me know.
I promise you I will. I'm gonna be team selling with you every time. I'm gonna do an observation on you the very next customer we get.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Good morning, Ricky.
Hey,
how we doing today?
Doing good.
Good job, man. You've been killing it this month in DirecTV and postpaid voice. I love it. What have you been doing? What's different?
With DirecTV, I've just been asking every single customer when they walk in, if it's for a bill pay, hey, is this for a phone or DirecTV? And by bringing up that subject, whether it's then or when they're looking at the phones, I'm getting there. I'm using the promos, NFL Sunday ticket, making sure that that the DirecTV is just on every customer's mind.
That's amazing. You're planting the seed immediately when you walk in. You're setting that sense of urgency. What have you been doing with the postpaid voice?
With the postpaid, some customers coming in for an upgrade or whatever, and I've ended up turning it into postpaid because the buy one get one free. And since they had the DirecTV I sold them, I was able to get them basically, even though they added a line, it's discounted to get the postpaid.
All right, that's amazing. I love those game plans you've been running. Let me ask you currently, where do you think you have room to improve?
Honestly, I think that the biggest miss for me is upgrades. If I have 10 postpaid and only 2 upgrades, it should actually be, twice as many, if upgrades as postpaid. and then, you know, having 10 post-pay, and only 3 CRU, I think those two are my biggest misses. But upgrade, that's my main focus today.
Alright, so upgrades and CRU are gonna be the two things you've been missing the boat on. What are you gonna do differently in order to gear your focus to make sure that we're getting more upgrades and we make sure we're taking advantage of the plus ones in CRU?
With the upgrades, I do look back and I had a couple of customers that came in, that they had issues with their, you know, with their phone, and they asked me about doing an insurance claim, and I helped them get the info for it. I didn't even ask them, I didn't even pull up their account. I could have pulled up their account, seen whether or not they were upgrade eligible, instead of sending them off to go spend $50 or $100 on a deductible. I could have probably gotten them an upgrade and gotten them out cheaper.
So what are we gonna focus on and what are the game plans gonna be in order so we can make sure that we fix your upgrades and your CRU?
So for upgrades for me, is that every single customer, they're gonna get their account pulled up. I'm gonna ask them for their ID, and then pull up their account just to make sure that they're not upgrade eligible. And even if they're there just for a bill pay, maybe they don't know that they're ready for an upgrade. So if I pull up their account and say, oh, hey, it looks like, you know, you're ready for an upgrade, do you wanna look at some phones today?
So let's go ahead and make that a game plan or a DFC. It sounds like the first thing we wanna do is make sure we're accessing every customer's account every time, and we're doing the account analysis for every customer.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be our first game plan. The second thing I wanna make sure on, what are you gonna do for your CRU, and how are we gonna make sure that we increase that while also increasing our upgrades?
For CRU, I mean, you know, I should be asking, you know, every customer every time, or you know, do you have a business? Do you do anything, you know, for a business? But also, I probably haven't been making the calls I need to make. And since, you know, I'm doing okay in postpaid, I think that my main play with CRU is I'm gonna hit the ultimate prospector list, and I'm gonna try to make some outbound calls and get at least, you know, one appointment this week.
You know, that sounds amazing. I think we should go ahead and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's go ahead and get you, add the CRU to the other part of your DFC today. Our game plan is gonna be to make some outbound phone calls. I want you to set some appointments, get bills in your hand, and see if we can get some upgrades off for CRU customers as well as some new lines.
Sounds great.
Alright, let's go out there and make some money, Ricky.
All right.